Today you're being scammed, and tomorrow you're also being scammed. Don't play with me. Are you ready to start this timer? Okay. Look, I'm gonna give you your favorite thing. This is gonna last for 30 minutes, but we also need a list of words that are bad words. I'm just gonna type out my commonly used ones, right? Which is licking. No, licking isn't a bad word. Senator to rub my head. Okay, these are my commonly used no words I say. Okay? I swear to God, it's not if I say anything, right? The timer has to reset, but I'm not doing it just for the cursing. I'm gonna do it also for the bulb. So keep in mind this is like rage debate heavy. We're gonna start it right now. John, thank you for giving Ben a gifted sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Sphinx Cat Stream. I think you're blind. You see, I'm not a Sphinx Cat. I'm actually a fox. It says it quite often if you are, if you use your little eyes and you comprehend information. It says fox, you know, fox VTuber, chaotic fox. You know, it says a lot of things with like the word FOX, you know, and that means fox. I learned English in America, and that's what we learned in America. Shadow is the worst heckin' character or Hedgehog in Sonic Universe. It's okay, Turtle. You know, sometimes we can be wrong. Kyaree, if Kyaree says those words, she must restart the timer and go bald. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Oh my god, it's only been a minute. I'm going to freaking pee myself. I'm going to pee very strong and like heavy and like super consistently in a stream of terribleness. She's painting the corner. If I listen to no word, usually I'd be annihilated from the multiverse 25 different ways. I called Cthulhu something really bad. He cried in a corner. Honestly? You're a fox? I thought you were a bat. You know, that common misconception. You know, everybody has those days. You know, I feel like Hannah Montana. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody gets that way. Dude, Milky, I'm going to bite your ankles. I'm going to bite your ankles so hard, you're gonna lose a whole foot of height. I swear to God. And Oreozilla, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you're enjoying your visit here in the Eastern Side City. Bats don't have tails. They are big and fluffy. Exactly. Bats don't have tails that are big and fluffy. Exactly. You get it. I have enough pants to be peeing. Contrary to whatever you say, I do have enough pants to do all that, actually, as you see here. So, you know, checkmate atheist. Checkmate atheist. Yeah. Is this someone's first impression of you? Honestly, I feel like if this is your first impression of me, I feel bad for you. I don't feel bad for me. I don't, like, I hold no, what's the word? I have no shame. There we go. I have no shame. I feel like it's a lot easier to not have any shame when you're using a VTuber model. I actually just don't have any shame quite often. I do say it how it is. I do, however, I keep my inner thoughts to myself, but the second somebody asks me something, and they're like, hey, am I being a dummy, stupid poop face? I'm like, you definitely are a dummy, stinky poop face. It's like, wow, you thought that way about me? You never asked. But I definitely did, yeah. I thought about it 50 times over, actually. Every single time you've spoken, I thought you were a stinky poopy face. What do you think of Trubbish, the Pokemon? I think he's a little trashy guy, you know. By the way, why did the timer stop? Hello, Google Chrome? Oh. Well, I'm just gonna keep it on this page now, because if I tab out of this extension, it just freezes for some obscure reason. Those abs, yes. I think he was a trash idea. Dude, stop, stop, Turtle. That one guy at Target that tried to, like, hit on me from the Target X Pokemon collab is, like, crying right now. Hi, Bips. Hi, Bips. Sorry, my mother came in the room and I had to address her because she has no sense of, streamer mode. But welcome in. Hello. Don't say hi to her. She will hate every single one of you guys. Hangs out in the Target. I have to remember that I go the searching. No. How am I? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We are doing our incentives right now, where for 30 minutes I have to be bald and I have to not say any bad words. So I'm handling it as well as someone you could think could handle it when they have a potty mouth. What flavor is your e-wax? What flavor is my earwax? Um, hmm. That's a very good question. I never really thought about what flavor earwax would be. I imagine, since it's an amalgamation of like sweat and like dead skin cells inside your body, it must not taste good at all. It does look deceiving. Like, if you served it on a platter really nicely, I would think it was like some apricot jam or like, you know, a mango something. So you can definitely gaslight me into trying it if it's like the moist version of it. When it's dry and flaky, however, there's no way on this green earth floating in the middle of a galaxy far, far away in space that I would ever even consider the thought of putting anything that looks like flaky, dried up earwax anywhere near my house, to be honest. Anonymous, thank you for gifting a sub to Frick Tay. Dude, can we ban that guy actually? Is that... Why the hell? Why the hell is that even somebody's name? What did Taehungi do? That's messed up. What? That's their name. Their name is Frick Tay. Just the hint of salt. You guys think it's salty? And Kitsune Art, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. If you're enjoying your visit here. I would never... I don't know. I don't see... Maybe... No, I mean, I do see. Maybe I just don't think it's, like, funny to have names that are, like, screw person or, like, F this person. There's only one time... Did she say, no, I didn't? I said frick. I said frick. Hi, Cammy. Like, they want to frick him? Oh, if they want to frick him, that's different. You know, you're trying to get your freak on. You're trying to be like, but, you know, that's not always the case. So that's what you're referring to? Yeah. What if they want to freak him out? They probably can definitely freak him out. I think the best way you can freak out Taehungi is, like, imagine sending him, like, the most parasocial and, like, parasocial in the sense of, like, you want to get inside of his pants and, like, suck every liquid out of his pee-pee out, right? You have to literally be like, I want to be so enthralled with you that my skin is inside of your skin and I wear your skin. Like, you have to really write him a really crazy message with all that content of, like, how you want to wear his skin. I think that's the only way you would ever freak out Taehungi. Because he's kind of a little freak, in the nicest way possible. The nicest way possible, he's a little freak. That's kind of romantic. I don't know about that. Who wouldn't want to? Right? Through his jorts? I would say through his peanuts. What was the job your parents expected you to become in the future if you want to? If it was up to my parents, they don't care what you do, they just want you to make $1 billion and you maintain them for the rest of their lives. So, whatever makes $1 billion kajillion dollars. They do not really give a flying dang about anything else other than you just having a bajillion dollars, because they grew up in communism and they think that the way that you live life and you're happy is if you have a bajillion dollars. This isn't cursing, but it's definitely cursed. It is cursed, right? Then, you know, that's the way I have to get back at you guys. Both set for nightlife. Hi, Yoy. Hey, Pooks. Hey, Pooks. I'm telling you right now, there's like nothing more curse. Nothing is more beyond curse, okay? Than having a super duper, like, obsessed person with you. Because there's like being like, I'm a fan of this person, I really like this person, like as a fan. And then there's being like, if my favorite content creator has a partner or is married, I'm going to explode. Hoy me ves guapa. Ay, gracias. Amor with Staria, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're enjoying your visit here. Welcome in. Peanuts. Dude, oh my god, you know the way... Do you guys consider these words bad words? This one and these two, when you finish them? Do you consider these bad words? I think they are not bad words. I just think they are vulgar words. And I think there's a stark difference between a bad, like a cuss word, and a vulgar word. I feel like they are vulgar words, considering that you can just say the other one. I think it's on the same level as that peas, if you will. I'm too desensitized to find them to be bad words. I get that. Hello, mystery. Quite a picture I walked into. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Just know it's not normally like this. Yeah, I'm also kind of desensitized to it. I think they're vulgar words, I will say. Yeah, they're not cuss words. Cuss words are like the other ones, you know? I find them to be just, vulgar in the sense that if somebody just yelled out that word, I would be like, whoa, there. Hey, why are you laughing at me? Hola, buenas tardes. Hola. Bienvenidos. I promise you, I grew up being able, not even, like, apparently, allegedly, my sources say, okay, I don't know, I'm not really from, like, a super religious background. I remember I was over at my friend's house, and her parents were, like, freaking super Christian, and I dropped something, and I said, ah, damn it. They were like, whoa, that's a bad word. And I was like, huh? They're like, the word damn is a bad word. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And they're like, that's a very bad word, because you know what usually comes after that word? Or before it? God. So you're damning God. And I just kind of like looked at them. I was like, I mean, he got damned the second they nailed him to a cross. I mean, he kind of been damned if you really think about it. Perspectively, he was hella damned. You know what I'm saying? he got damned, you know, to the power of 10. He's been damned. He died for our sins for a reason, exactly. And so I always think it's funny when they're just like, oh no, you know, they try and say some dumb, like, oh, I almost said a bad word, some dumb poopy about it. And Suck Bun, thank you so much for the follow. And yes, I do have the biblically accurate ears right now. You're eating? What are you eating? I am drinking. We are tipsy maxing. Is that what you would call it? Would drinking be tipsy maxing, guys, technically? 95/5 lean ground beef with veggies. Oh my god. Brad, did I tell you? Oh my god. Hey Shaq, thank you so much for the 3 streams watch streak. How are you doing? Shout out to the people when they use duh all the time because it was just a name. Oh my god. Oh, that's right, because Richard. Okay, can we actually talk about that? Is anyone ever explained why the word Richard is nicknamed duh? Why? I want to know. What was the freaking, like, who was in the writer room when that was officially, like, a canon event that every Richard is dead? Because I need answers. That makes no sense. You can't even spell out "d" within Richard. Like, if you're Michael, you become Mikey. That makes sense. Because Michael, Mikey, right? It sounds similar. You swap it around. Same thing. If your name is frickin' Jennifer, you become Jenny. Makes sense, right? Jessica's are Jessies, right? Alexander's are Alex. How is Richard Dick? I need answers. How? Who decided that was like, yup, you know what? My son Richard? Frick you. Your name's Dick now. That's your nickname, bucko. Who decided that? You ask him nicely. And why is D referred to as Peter? Also enough names. Is Peter also referred to as D? She said bad words 3 times now? No, I didn't. No one has the answer for that. Context matters. No, a D refers to as a Peter. Yes, but I asked if it was a bad word, and I said it's a vulgar word. I didn't say it was a curse word. It's not a cuss word. I said no cuss words, specifically 4 of them, my most commonly used 4, to be quite frank. No, Peter, just Pete. True, actually, yeah. One of them like the most is Johnson. You got 1 D. I don't got a D. I have a... Is this allowed? I'm not gonna overshare that, actually, never mind. I'm not gonna... you know, it's getting too personal for me, personally. It gets too personal for me. In my defense, I don't like saying either of those words, and I think it's funnier to say dude. I blame Jaws for that. Dude. That's what I call fish now, I just call them fish. Is titties vulgar? No, I think it's funny. I think if you say tits, I would consider tits vulgar. Titties are funny. And then breast is like the most appropriate way to say it. Without saying your chest. It's Jozzle's fault, man. I prefer saying chi-chis. Oh god. I love tits. The bird! Max. Oh, just like Max is short for Maxwell. Yeah, that is true. I don't know. There's some weird nicknames. I like to think. I like to think some people have some, like, peculiarly odd nicknames. Breast makes me feel like I'm lifting my pinky while drinking tea. Oh, yeah, William! I forgot Williams get called Billy and Bill. Why? Explain to me. I need answers. Who was in the writer's room when that became canon? I need to talk to you. What is going on? What is wrong with you? What happened in childhood that you looked at the name William and instead of going Will or Willie, you said, Billy? Ooh, Billy. Why? Why? I had a friend, his name was Carlos, and he was like, I hate my nickname, sounds like car. And I would just look at them. I'm like, what's wrong with having the nickname car? I'm not an automobile. I was like, oh my god, get a load of this guy. He thinks he's above the 3-letter nicknames. He's above that. He's ascended to godhood because his name is Carlos instead of, you know, being called Carro. I was like, you know, it would have been worse if they called you Carro, which means like Cuban for car. And he was like, well, yeah. Because then you're just calling me calling Spanish. Like how you say cup in Spanish is copito. And I was like, who taught you that? Selena Gomez. I looked him dead in his eyes. Because, guys, I'm not trying to be mean, okay? I'm not trying to be mean. He looked more Latino than me. I'm a white passing Latina. He looked more Latino than me. And I was like, Carlos, there's no way on this green planet that you look more Latino/Hispanic than me. And you told me in full confidence that you think cup in Spanish is copito. That's not correct. You're wrong. Right? And I was like, it's vaso. And he's like, vaso is a vase. A vase. Un búcaro. A búcaro is vase. And he was like, that makes no sense. Because vase starts with V and búcaro starts with B. And I asked if he was like trolling me. And he said in full confidence, no. And I said, I think it's time for you to take Spanish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the Spanishes you need, and ask mom and dad to start speaking some Spanish too at home. Porque estamos perdidos, papo. Estamos perdidos. You know what that means? Papi, we're lost, okay? That's what that means. That means, Papi, we lost, okay? We are lost. Do you know how lost you have to be to look me in my eyes and say vase starts with V, so it can't be a búcaro? I didn't spend 6 years of my life being too shy to speak English and know all the dang freaking Spanish words for this guy to tell me with full confidence that vase starts with V and it can't be bu because búcaro starts with B. It was like a V, B. Dude, we speak Spanish. There's kind of normal there. We are doomed. We are lost. Exactly. They could be ignorant. They definitely were. Do you do boob or do you boob? What does that mean? What that mean? Hashtag, what that mean? Hi, Shiori. Hi. Chuck is a name people called those named Charlie or Charles. Oh my god. Orca, you know what you just reminded me of? There's this guy on my freaking TikTok For You page. This freaking guy. He's like sitting in the back of his backyard. He's just chilling, okay? He pee chilling, like pee chilling maxing, okay? And he records, and like, you know how people record by gripping their phone with both hands, right? So he's gripping his, you can clearly see, it looks like he's kind of taking like a selfie, but he's recording himself, and in full confidence, I've seen 2 videos of him where he goes, Mickey is a nickname that you give to your friends, and Michael Mouse is not no friend of mine. He's referring to Mickey Mouse. And so I'm just like, okay, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. So, like, that happened last night, and today, as I was doom scrolling, as I do, right? He said exactly what you said. He said, Chuck is a name given to people that you're friends with that are named Charles or Charlie. And Charles E. Entertainment is no friend of mine. And I just laughed so freaking hard. It was the funniest freaking thing. Michael wrote it, if you will. And Michael wrote it is no friend of mine. I'm gonna start saying that. Like, if I find a VTuber who starts acting out of line instead of referring to them as their nickname, I'm gonna say their freaking full dang VTuber name right back at them. I'll literally be like, I don't know, Wolf-sama_VT? What do you think? Why are you referring to me like that? Because, Wolf-sama is a name given by friends, and you're no friend of mine, Wolf-sama_VT. Goon scrolling. I wish I was goon scrolling. That would have been a better time. Charles Entertainment Cheese got arrested in front of the kids. He's a bad influence. Did he really? Oh my god, has there ever been a time that one of these, like, mascot actors have gotten arrested? I need to see evidence of it. I would like to watch a video of it. I would like to see, like, someone in full freaking Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Goofy, Donald, whatever character may be, like mascot costume, just throwing hands with somebody and they get arrested. That'd be the funniest thing I would ever see in this whole dang year. Instagram feed. Oh my god, my Instagram feed is kind of cooked. Actually, guys, do you want to know what I did today? So, I accidentally posted my short of today at 4 a.m. instead of 4 p.m. Rookie mistake, I know. In my defense, Kyaree finished that short at like check Swiss 3 a.m. So Kyaree was very tired, and Kyaree was like, I see 4, I click, I go sleep now. And it posted it at 4 a.m. instead of 4 p.m. And I was like, okay, it is what it is. That's fine. So I had to post it everywhere else around like the time I woke up, which was a few hours later, because I was like, frick, right? When I posted on Instagram, I don't know why. YouTube comments, they get jokes. Okay, my YouTube comment likes to like banter back with me. And I love that because I clearly am not serious at half the, stuff I say in my shorts. But Instagram, I find like the schizophrenic sociopaths. I can't explain it. They're all like mentally very ill and troubled because they comment on my stuff where I jokingly am like, I'm inside your walls, right? And they're like, I want you to know, I actually punch walls. And I own like 7 guns, and I own an axe, and I own a katana. So I would suggest you don't be in my walls. I'm just like, how do I rage bait this, like, this dumb guy? Because I know it's a man, because I've never seen a woman type that way to me, and I do hella confirm. I go to their profile. If their profile is like an open account, I go to their profile and I see if it's a guy, and it's always usually a guy. Not all men, but always a man type beat. So I go and I respond back because he's clearly trying to flex on me, like, I got all these weapons, so like, come at me, right? So I say, did you miss the fact that I said I'm an assassin? I got that stuff too, bro. You're not special. He got so upset. He got so upset. He like responded back like, well, I don't care because you're still a woman, so you can't overpower a man. And like the authorities, I can just call the police and the police will handle you. So I'm like, all right, what's like the most like rage baity thing I can say to this guy? And I said, oh, I did the freaking the kill meme. Ha! I got this. So I type, oh, you think the police will help you? That's cute. He went on a full freaking rant. This full freaking rant, like, you think you're above the authorities? Like, at the end of the day, you're just like some weird, ugly, fat woman hiding behind a freaking stupid anime model. And you know what I said? I said, like, to this whole rant, I can't say it all because he cursed a lot in it, and he called me very bad words. So all I said was, Yon, actually, I look this way. That's actually me, captured in a 3D model program. It's 1-to-1 how I look like. I think I made him so vigorously upset at me because he blocked me after I said, like, I literally typed asterisk yawns. I think he realized I was rage baiting him, so he blocked me. And it was so freaking funny. It was so freaking worth it. I can't explain how much joy and whimsy that brought to me. I saw that they blocked me on Instagram. And I'd say, welcome in. Should have hit him with the seal of the deal. Hi, Aiden. Welcome in. Man's never heard our Oshi. She sounds like Mosas. He was so upset at me. He was so freaking angry. It was so funny. I love rage baiting, like, really dumb people. I can't explain it. Like, there was this one person that their comment to me was like, if you're living in my walls, you gotta split this rent with me. You know, I'll share my food if you pay, you know, half the rent. I said, I got you. I'll pay half that rent. And you know what he said? He goes, all right, little anime girl, I F with you heavy. I'm just thinking, this random grown dad literally saw my stupid joke, comments like such a dad freaking joke, and he's like, you know what? I freaking mess with you heavy. All right, little anime girl. It was so funny. Hi, hey, it's pickle time. Are you gonna frick the pickles? You gonna frick the pickles? Oh, my sweet release, guys. I'm almost free. I'm almost free, and I could say all the word. Oh, there's an ad break. Should I pause it? I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna go on the BRB screen so you guys don't. I'll go on the BRB screen so you guys don't miss it. Alright, guys, look, the last 5 seconds. Oh. I lived, bitches. I lived. Look at my hair back. Fuck you guys. I lived. See, guys, I did some PR training. I did some PR training.